This is a follow-on from the first video of this series. If you haven't watched the first video, I strongly recommend you do, before watching this video. In my previous video I revealed that heaven was the space or gap between geometric faces in the house of God. Many in ignorance reason that heaven and paradise are one of the same, but this is not the case. The heaven or firmament is the gap or space, the pictures that make up what you believe to be your universe, or your earth environment, or inside a building, or in a car, or in an aircraft, are displayed in front of the real self. Here is another animation, revealing what heaven actually is. And viewing it from the right-hand side wall, conceptually, looks like this. And looking into the pit from the white face or white end. Humans often incorrectly refer to the black as hell, but in fact this is where the data comes from, stored in the permanent libraries of the all. Note in the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus said, "Let him who seeks continue seeking until he finds." When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over the all. He said you will rule over the all, not just some. And in this drawing, conceptually, seen from the right-hand wall. But this is just because they fear the black. The fear is caused by what is referred to as the adversary. The adversary came from the awakening of nothing. It was inevitable nothing would become aware, as nothing is something. It is non-dimensional and non-material, existing as though in the form of a concept. When nothing became aware, it started to explore, by directing its attention away from its origin, thus discovering the concept of dimension. While it explored this concept with confidence, there was a nagging opposite, which introduced insecurity, trying to prevent further exploration. It is this condition which is called the adversary. The fear of the pit. When Jesus said, "I am the Son of Man," the word I in the text was not referring to Jesus, but to the Son of Man shown in this drawing. Jesus was an avatar of the core processor. The Son of Man is the man-child, which is the core processor of the soul. In the Gospel according to John, chapter 3, verse 13, quote, "And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven." Note Jesus refers to the Son of Man, not as a person, but as a component. If the Son of Man was Jesus, then what would have been written would go something like this. "And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even Jesus, who is in heaven," but it plainly doesn't. So, what is man? From the first book of Moses called Genesis, in chapter 1, verse 26. "And God said, Let us make man, in our image, after our likeness." First, why does God use the word us, rather than I? The answer lays in the Gospel according to John, in chapter 1 verse 1, quote, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." There were two words, in the beginning, not one. The word that was in the beginning, religious scribes removed from scriptures in a vain attempt to conceal the truth. The second word was God, that was with the first word. So, the word us refers to these two. Now regarding man and Adam, the religious scribes confused these two to conceal the truth. Adam is not man, which is the soul. It was man, the soul, that was created in the image of God, while Adam is a beast of the field, made of the ground. This is why people are buried when they die. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. The soul is not life, the real self, which is an offspring of the life of God. The soul is a construct, which has been created in the image of God.